Welcome to episode 2 of the Shadow and Light podcast. I'm not sure why my audio mixer is... I don't know what's going on. Anyways, welcome to episode 2 of the Shadow and Light podcast. I am recording this the same day I recorded episode 1, so I'm still editing this wedding, or calling it right now. And so I actually just wanted to talk to you guys about anxiety. Okay, guys. So, yeah, anxiety. Isn't something that I really had when I was younger. I had it. It just wasn't the same. So it's something that I truly stumbled across a couple years into my photography business. And I honestly think what triggered it was grinding so hard that I essentially somehow caught anxiety. I'm not really sure how it all works, but I used to get all my day work done in the day, edit or emails and things like that, and putting myself out there and marketing and branding and stuff like that. And then at nighttime, and when I say night, I mean 8 p.m. at night to 2 a.m. in the morning, I would do all my editing. And so I did that for years, and I just had so much work and grinding going in. I think year 4 maybe of me doing professional wedding photography by myself. I think I was doing 60 weddings a year. I think I might have been so as a company we were doing 60 weddings a year, and then me solo I was doing 49 of those weddings myself, maybe 50. And so that was a lot of editing, because I took on all the editing for everybody. Even the weddings I wasn't shooting, I was also editing. And so I think that really just kind of set off some triggers in my brain to start having coping issues and start getting anxiety and stuff like that. And so to this day, I'm having trouble, guys. And so I set some things into place to kind of help, but still dealing with all that stuff. I just wanted to talk about it, and I mentioned this one time to somebody, and they're yeah, me too. And then other people, and I figured out that in this industry, a lot of people have the same issue, industry specific. It's because in the winter months our income is low, in the summer months our income is high, and in the summer months we have a lot of work. In the winter months we don't have a lot of work, and we also have to wear many hats: marketing, branding, editing, shooting. It's just, there's more. It's just a lot of stuff, back end work. I'm recording a podcast, guys. And being creative, you want to do a lot of things too. It's not even that you necessarily even have as much work as you think you do. It's also being creative, you're a perfectionist, and then also you also want to create things all the time. And client facing work isn't always a great way to work in that creative outlet and do what you love. But sometimes you don't necessarily get free reign of everything you do in this industry. You just get to shoot, which is kind of fun, but sometimes you're shooting things that you're okay, I would like to do this, but the client doesn't really want to do that, so you don't get to do that. And so you don't necessarily get to create, so you try to create a new outlet, which causes more work, causes anxiety, you're not getting paid to do that, etc., etc. So coping, things I've done to cope is I stopped working at that time frame. I stopped working at 2 a.m., guys. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm rolling out of bed between the time of 8 and 10 a.m., and I'm working from that time until, let's say, 2 to 4 p.m. And that is my window of time to work. I pretty much stop at 3 if I can. Sometimes I end my day early at like 2, and then sometimes I end it at 4 when I have a little bit of extra work to do. If I have a list of things, which I actually have to write out a list every day, an agenda, so to keep my mind in check. And so if I try to like mark them off in order in which they need to be done, and if things don't make it in that time frame, then they get pushed to the next day or sometime later in the week or next week or something like that. And then I try to like space out my like edits, and I do all of my work and my edits in the same day, and I just carve out time for when they can be done. And I just try to be timely with it. I try my hardest to be timely. If sometimes if weddings don't get completed in the time that I want them to get done in, I will go ahead and like work past my allotted time, but I try my hardest not to do that because that does kind of increase anxiety. And then some days I could be on track with everything and then still just have like major panic attacks and then I just have to stop. And guess what, guys? It's okay to go ahead and like take the day off at that point. Like it's okay to just kind of like take it back a notch and like slow it down a little bit, and like the work, like you don't have to. I was talking to someone and we're like, I have all these ideas and I want them, there's 6 months worth of ideas and I want them done in 24 hours, and you can't do 6 months of ideas done 6 months of ideas done in 24 hours. It's just not humanly possible. So what you have to do is you have to spread it out, and you just have to understand the fact that you're only human and that you will not get all those things done in that allotted time frame that you've given yourself of 24 hours, and that you need to spread it out into into 6 months, and you just need to like create some sort of agenda that allows you to get your stuff done within that time frame, and just do it that way, guys. It's really insane to me that people just want to get their stuff done so quickly, and like I do it too. I know I do it, and like I'm making a podcast while editing right now to save time. And if I were focused on just editing right now, I'd probably get through this a little bit quicker. My brain's a little squirrely, so that could also be a lie. But guys, this is something I wanted to do, kind of chat about things photography related. I've been doing it for 11 years at this point, and so I think I have some knowledge to share. Not a whole ton, because I'm not very technical of a photographer, but I think I'm like well off enough. I see a lot of people like doing education that have only been doing like photography for like 2 to 5 years. So I think 11 years in would be a good time to start getting back on the education. I was doing workshops in person and doing like photography courses in person, and I think that my aim for the internet might work a little bit better for me, because I can do more and just do more on my own time and break it down into 10-minute episodes rather than like 5 hours out of my day. But I just wanted to discuss that with you guys, and get out there and set your schedule. Try to make it like a 4-hour day. We don't need 8-hour days. Like, we can do everything in 4 hours, and then like put it on an agenda. Don't overload your agenda. Kind of just try and do what you can, and then you can be a little bit grindy. Maybe like once a week. Don't do the entire week, guys. On the weekends, take the weekends off. I actually stopped looking at my images after I shot photos. Like, I do not look at them until I'm starting to call them. It's like too stressful to try and start working on your images in your head because you can't edit from your camera, so it just makes no sense to look at them. Like, during the session, you can take a peek and be like, okay, I need to do this differently for this shot. But as far as like looking at all you've captured that day, stop doing that, guys. I mean, like, do it if you want to, but truly, like, it's super stressful to do. Put all your gear in your bag and leave it there. Don't like take it out a bunch. Like, charge for your batteries a couple of days before. set work parameters, use things that help. Like I use, like for editing, I use like a skin softening software to help me like take down some time on editing. I use a program. I want to switch to Dubsado, guys, but I use ShootQ, and basically what that does is like I get a client, I put in their info, their email address, their name, and then I have things that set out to send them invoices and contracts, and that keeps track of everything for me and gets me paid on time, and everything just dumps into my, you know, as the money is due, they pay it, and then it just goes into my bank account, and so that's helpful. Just use a lot of things that help. Presets on Lightroom help to have those, guys. I think I might make a preset pack and send those out, or put them on a Patreon, like I've been saying. Excuse me. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up. If you guys have any anything you want me to talk about, just shoot me a message or email me. I don't know. Depending on where I post this, I guess. Follow me on, like and subscribe on YouTube if this goes on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Alice Hart Photography. Volpe la Luna, VOLPE.E.LA.LUNA. Also becoming Fire Boudoir 2, not the number 2 with 2 eyes. And then TikTok is Becoming Fire Boudoir, as well as Michigan Photographer for the education side of things, and I'm also on Facebook, but I don't really anybody uses Facebook anymore. So yeah, I would really appreciate all of the follows and comments, and I guess drop a comment below wherever you're seeing this video, what kind of topics you'd like me to talk about. Should I go live on Twitch? Should I have a Discord channel where I do photography consults, where we do a group chat and a group video chat, and we chat? I don't know. Let me know, guys. Alright, cool.